It is a good morning and I am hyped out of my mind. It feels like I've done a few lines. I just did some push-ups because I have to deal with the success of what I've done today. So the promotion on these accounts, they're under $20, is running till Thursday, and the activation fee discount is running till the end of the month. So if you guys want to pick some up, I have an affiliate code in the description which you can use on checkout to get the discount. So my initial bias was bullish and I was looking for this fair value gap to be traded to. So I took a few winning trades and we are up, as you can see right here, 7.8K on the account. Let me show you the trades. The first trade I took was over here. So on the 1 minute chart, this trade was the very first bounce over here. So we had this fair value gap underneath the equal lows and we had this little bounce. So as soon as it came down here, I was looking for longs. So it came down here, I was waiting. We had this clear out the equal lows and then break higher. So I was long 10 minis, but this was pretty much a 10-point trade. So probably 1K, 1.5K or something. Then the next trade we had was up in here, but what I actually wanted to do was long this fair value gap. We had low, lower low, lower low, and right at 9:30 we had this bullish fair value gap with this buy side over here short term, and my targets were a lot higher. So my first partial would be right here, which is where you're gonna see I took some trades. Then my next partial over here, then at 7:13, and the final one at 60. Well, 40 and then 60, but I didn't want to hold all the way up in here because this might be taken later since it is all-time highs. So then let's look at the trades. I was trying to be long in here and I was letting it do its thing. I was long 10 contracts. So here we were up a little bit over 10 points at the high point. So this was basically losing 2K of trailing drawdown. But it's okay, we took a break even, the equity was fine, the balance was fine. We got stopped out, this ran a little bit lower, and then I was long in here. The reason I was long in here, there's nothing particularly on the Nasdaq to enter, but there were some signals on the ES that were combining with this point, so I felt confident enough to take the longs. So we had Nasdaq clear this, and then we had this inversion fair value gap and this bullish fair value gap. My stop was under this candle. And once again, long 10 contracts. Here we made 1.5K again. And then we took this loss right here. From here, I was expecting this to be taken and 13, but it retraced in this fair value gap. So this was not a very good entry. This was at the very top of the range. My maximum profit was like 5 points. Unless I held for further targets, but we took this stop out. I really should have put my stop a little bit tighter on this, but it's fine. It went down into this fair value gap / balanced price range, and I was long in here. Once again, got stopped out because I wasn't sure what exactly it wanted to do after this wick, so I decided to take it off and wait a little bit. Chopped around, chopped around, chopped around. And then when we had these equal lows cleared up and this break higher, I was long 10 contracts once again. And we made 1.8K on one and 1.2K on the other. So we made 3K on this trade. And then we had another trade. I got out at 20 because we had these candles like this and I just wanted to take off my profit so that I wouldn't be risking any trailing drawdown coming back on me, because this candle was pretty big, so I would have had to put my stop all the way down here, and that's almost 10 points, which is on 5 contracts, that's like 1K. So I really didn't want to deal with that. And then over here I was long because we had this fair value gap over here, and I wasn't sure that it would actually be retraded to, so I longed up here on the retest of this wick, and then my stop was under here. We had these equal lows cleared out into the fair value gap and it ran very nicely. So once again, we had this whole trailing drawdown situation. So from 25 to 35, 10 points, it came back all the way down here, but my stop remained under this fair value gap. And then my target was 40, as you could see. And then the other one, I trailed very aggressively because I didn't want to take any trailing drawdown. And that is the result for today, up $7,862. I really hope I don't mess this up, but I am done for the day. The move has already happened. It was a big range, big movement, and it's been chopping pretty much since I got out. So I'm not missing much, and I would just like to come back another day, like for example tomorrow or the day after, depending on what news we have, because I haven't checked yet, and just finish off this account, because we're halfway now. And I really don't want to mess this up. As you can see, the trailing drawdown is $6,242. So only 250 from the high point, which was over here. And then it came back over here for like a few points on 5 contracts. If you guys want to get these accounts, of course, I have the code that you can use on checkout in the description. And in case anyone was curious, I did just want to show this because it's very pretty today. We have the cumulative P&L graphs looking very nice. We have the winning versus losing trades. We have this. I really like this. It shows you your biggest stop and your biggest take profit. So yeah, if anyone is curious, you can just look at this. Not much else to say. And yeah, that's it. Good luck and good trading.